Welcome to New Earth Activations with Rena. I hope that by now that when you show up for these sessions, that you're in a space of no mind. And you just come ready to focus on your vibration and your alignment. And for me, this wasn't an easy thing to do, nor did it happen overnight. Nor did it happen in 10 days. If it was that easy, I would have already been there. I just received something where some being put two animals together that didn't belong together to see who would get the toy, which I feel is a cruel thing to do. They wouldn't want to be treated like that. Nor should those two animals have ever been put together, which is a waste of time and a waste of life, I feel. And is not a good role model or example of anything. Now, if you would have sent me a message where they're showing me that they're protecting nature, they're protecting the wildlife, they're protecting their habitat, their food source, and everything else, I'm all for that. But to take a wild animal out of the wild and then put him with another animal to see who was going to get the toy first and how that was going to happen is cruel. Me, I feel like I don't need to sugarcoat anything. I just tell you like it is. If someone if you're not doing everything you can to protect nature and the wildlife, what are you going to tell your children and their children about what you did for it or didn't do? And how do you think they're going to see you then? How do you think they're really going to feel about you then in their heart of hearts? That you didn't think enough about them while you were here to protect what's already here. This planet isn't a stomping ground to do whatever that you want. This planet is a living jewel. What are you doing to keep it that way? And if you haven't done anything yet, don't you think it's time? And what will you do? Meditate on that. See what your heart tells you. And do you feel it's okay Excuse me a minute. Do you feel it's okay to steal someone's identity, to steal their license, their birth certificate, their social security, and then walk around as if you're them? And then sell that information. Do you feel that's okay? Do you feel it's okay to rob somebody else's house of their things and steal their phones and try to get their contacts and try to take their numbers and then turn those people against them or bribe them? Just so that their secrets wouldn't get out of what's happened to so many. But none of them had the courage to walk away from it, but one. And how many miserable failed attempts have they done to try to take them out? Do you think that's okay? Do you feel lying is okay about anything? If you have no integrity, you have no, you, and all you do is tell untruths. To try to ruin people's reputations, all for money. And do you feel that going behind someone's back without their free will, you took their free will away from them when they didn't even know anything about themselves, but yet you went to the extreme of seeing those of the dark arts to try to get information that is none of your business? Do you feel that's okay? Ask your heart, if you have one. And if you can receive the messages and you're able to still your mind and feel through your heart, are you capable of doing that? Before you go and do something to someone that you have no business doing, I suggest you meditate on it and see what your heart tells you. Because if you listen to the mind will always lead you down the wrong path to do the wrong thing, because your thoughts aren't always your own. Fact. If you don't understand that, then it's time for you to seriously go within and disappear by yourself in nature until you do. And do you feel in your heart of hearts it's okay to give in to temptation, to take a cheap shot and a cheap stab, all while saying don't take it personal? Now, if you sent that message to a beyond extreme super sensitive empath, how do you think they're gonna take it? How do you think they're gonna feel about that? Did you feel that message out before you sent it? The majority of people do not know how to approach a beyond extreme super sensitive empath, but they feel entitled to say whatever the hell they want to say right off the top of their head and not feel it first. And what? You're just supposed to flow with it? They're just supposed to take it and not throw it back at you? Is that it? Oh, right. Excuse me. Respond and not react. This is why I said I want nothing to do with negativity. I want nothing to do with any sarcasm, because the message isn't well received. And those that are a beyond extreme super sensitive empath see right through things that you didn't pick up. Now, animals are loyal. Animals are pure, unconditional love. And they will turn around and save your life if you treat them properly and give them the best care you can and all the love and attention. That keeps them happy and well. How many people are truly like that? Are they loyal to your face, but then how are they behind your back? And can you fully trust the one that you're with no matter who walks into the room? Or do you see them drooling over another? Because they're waiting to put another notch in their belt. Because they're easily tempted and weak. Be careful with how you treat others if you don't want to be treated that way. And that goes for an animal. That goes for nature. That goes for the oceans. That goes for everything. I don't know why in certain areas you can't see all the way to the bottom of the ocean. Other than that, it's too crowded, there's too much there, and people aren't really taking good care of it. I'm not for it. I'm for respecting the planet like the Native Americans came to tell us. Care for this planet. She is a living, breathing being. She's called Mother Gaia for a reason. And if we're all connected and all are one, she's your mother. When will you do the right thing by her? And when you go to build a building, is it just to fill the lining in your pockets? And your friends? Or do you respect the planet and see what's best for her? And when you build, you really think about the materials that you're building with. Is it environmentally safe? And is it an area that the planet wants you to build in? Or does she just want it completely wild? If you haven't seen the movie 7 Years in Tibet, I highly recommend you watch it. And then there's another one that you want to see. It's called Run, Rabbit, Run. They need homes and food sources too. If they're in the wild, let them be in the wild and protect it. And let them live their life with their own kind, not in a frickin' jail cell in a concrete whatever. That's not the way to treat an animal. Or in a freaking zoo doing a stupid human trick. And how are they living when they're not doing the stupid human tricks? Did you go check it out? Anytime you see a circus, demand to see how those animals are treated when they're not doing a stupid human trick for you. There's a lot that I could really go off about. But like I said, I don't sugarcoat anything to make it easily digestible for others to handle. If you can't handle it, then you really need serious work on yourself. Meditate and ask your heart, not the mind. When I tell you thoughts are manufactured, and if you have no idea where they're coming from, then you really need to get to work so you can still your own mind and feel your heart. Now that ain't gonna happen overnight. I'll tell you right here, right now. Whoever says it can, ain't telling you the truth. And the more people that do this, the more you're in service to all. And when you're in service to all, you see you will be so proud that you chose to make the right decision. Choosing the path less traveled, or the unknown path, is the best thing you can do for your life and beyond. And not follow everyone else around you. Because that's no life. And you don't want your life to pass you by and then you wake up one day because things have happened that you can no longer ignore. Or sweep under the carpet, or look the other way, or keep yourself distracted. If that hasn't happened to you yet, all the more reason to stay focused on your alignment and your vibration and to still your mind. And if you don't, you're only hurting yourself. There's no hero and no savior coming to make the decision for you. You have to use your free will, make the conscious choice to do so, and stick with it. I, for one, want corruption wiped off the face of this earth. Every pedophile gone. And people like, I don't even know the story about P. Diddy, but what I have heard isn't good. I know Abercrombie and Fitch is arrested, the owner of that. And I feel this planet needs to seriously clean house. Corruption is no longer supported. And if you're spiritually dead, you got nothing. Because you can't take your riches with you when you die. And you can't do this after you die. It's important that you get it together and pull it together and do this while you're alive. And you will be so happy you did, because there's a whole lot you don't know. And I think I'll end it there because I don't want to say too much. If you have anything you'd like to share, or any questions, or you'd like me to do an energy reading, send me a picture to reinadhabsburg@gmail.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. The more people this reaches, the better. And I want to end it with a prayer my beautiful guide shared with me. We love and bless all humanity, and we love and bless all creations. And I'll see you next time.